What's up, treasure hunters? It's the Nin here. Now we're gonna go with a different spin on this week's video. A couple days ago, I got interested in doing some Tampo removal on the vehicles, on the cars, with a dry erase marker and some paper towels. I posted a photo on Reddit the other day, and I had the username try to be nice ask if I could go into details with how the process that I took to remove those Tampos from the die casts. And I figured I'd just go ahead and create a video with several examples that I have already done, and a couple more that I'll be doing here, both in like a easy version or a hard version of the different types of removals that we'll have. All right, now that we're set up here, I want to go ahead and get a chance to show you guys some previous examples that I worked on before working on the new stuff. So here we have a 95 Mazda Miata. You can see some of the simple Tampos here, but right here you can see that I have them taken off right there. Here we have a Morris Mini. That was a little bit harder to do because you have lots of color right here, but with some time and effort, I was able to get them all off. So for the next few cars, I went ahead and looked for some cars that would give me an easy job to do and a difficult job to do, just so that you guys can get an idea for both types of jobs. I'm gonna move these cars over to the side. And our first example for the easy mode is gonna be the Lamborghini Huracan. And I say easy because here we're just gonna have these simple orange stripes. You see them right there. And then we're gonna have, for our difficult, our hard level, will be the Fairlady 2000 in red, which is a great color that I found. This one has very large Tampos here on the side, and then it's got plenty of stripes going from the front to the back of the car. So let's get started first by opening these bad boys. All right, now that we got these two out of the packaging, we're gonna go ahead and work on the first car, which will be the Lamborghini. We'll go ahead and set this aside. I'll also be using, for this project, the Expo Low Order Chisel Point Dry Erase Markers. I have several colors. For the red one will be for the Fairlady, and then for this one I'm gonna go with black. We're gonna go ahead and start with this middle section here on the roof of the car. Now we're gonna get ready first by grabbing a piece of paper towel and just have it in a smaller square. One of the important tips here is that you're gonna want this thing handy right next to you, because as this thing gets applied, you're gonna wanna realize that, you're going to soon realize that the dry erase marker dries up really fast. So I would recommend first starting with short, quick strokes, and you're gonna wanna go faster up to the point to where you end up just wiping back and forth. I usually hear the squeaking sound, and you might hear it right now if the microphone picks it up. There you go. Once you hear that, you pretty much know that the Tampo is pretty much getting removed right then and there. At that point, you just go ahead and stop. You're gonna press this down really hard and then just wipe to the side. All right, guys, this is gonna be one of those lessons where I lived and I learned. I kind of don't wanna show you, but I'm gonna go ahead and man up. So right after I was getting ready to wipe off the paint, something happened, and I'm gonna show you right here. I'll just show you hopefully as close as I can get it. Okay, so it looked like the stuff either worked too strong, or I applied it too hard, or I wiped off too hard. But in any case, pretty much the paint of the car also went off along with the Tampo. So that's a big no-no. That's not what we want. We just want the Tampo removed. So this is gonna be a good example of perhaps just the car itself, of which car not to try to do this one on, because in this instance, yeah, this stuff came off pretty roughly. But I'm looking at the paint job of the Fairlady 2000, and you know what? I do feel like this is gonna be a way better job, especially since we're gonna be using the red dry erase marker for this one. All right, guys, before we start working on the roof, I wanna just bring up some further detail that I found upon opening the car. You're gonna see the actual door handle is painted silver, and there's also the Fairlady 2000 logo printed right underneath the side mirror. Now, for sure this is gonna be a hard difficulty because I'm gonna try to keep those things on there, like I did with the Morris Mini. These logos in the back, I will go ahead and just, we'll just go ahead and take those off. But like I said, first we're gonna go ahead and get started with the top. Now, I'll just go ahead and repeat this first part. So I'm gonna be applying short, quick strokes with some pressure, starting with the stripes on the one side. We'll go ahead and start from side to side here. Now, right here, you can already start to hear the squeaking, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Apply the hard, this is gonna work perfect. Apply the hard pressure from the paper towel, from the paper towel, and we're gonna go ahead and go back. Apply the hard pressure. Now, because we are using the red Expo marker, it kind of helps you see where the tempo is already starting to get removed. So you can go in and wipe that off. Now, I'll go ahead and continue on right here, working section by section. With more experience, when I was doing the Morris Mini, I saw that I was able to get more comfortable and apply the longer strokes and go and try to get more of the tempo removed at once, because it does get kind of time consuming when you first start doing this, but don't get discouraged when it's only going to be your first few times. So here we already got pretty much 2/3 of it removed. I'll go ahead and continue with the last third right here. It looks kind of white here because it looks like I got rid of the majority of the stripes, and it looks like I even got it in one swoop right there. Now, you're gonna see at the back that I still left that piece behind, and that can be removed right now with another application. And there's a very thin part right here. Now, in this instance, I usually just try to go in with my fingernail and try to see if I can dig it out already, because sometimes the alcohol will still be right there, and if not, then I just take the very tip of the chisel and try to take it out that way. All right, it looks like that got it. Let's see right there. And the back part is going to be easier because we do have more surface area to cover, a broader surface area to cover, that we can just swipe back and forth, and then move right there. Now there might be a speck or two, but you're not going to get it 100%. You can try. I was doing that with the Morris Mini, but you're going to have some specks behind here and there. Now for the next part, we're going to go ahead and start with the number 2. And as I mentioned before, the handle is painted, so we're going to try to do circular motions around the number 2. I would actually just go ahead and just start swiping in from the outside, making sure that I avoid getting too close to that handle. And once I've given it a few swipes, I'm going to start with the bottom half of the 2. All right, I'm working my way back up to the top. And then we're gonna go for the quick wipes. Now for the quick wipes, again, I'm gonna try to go away from the handle. That way none of the alcohol gets into it. And as I can see here, it looks like I got it all in one go with the handle, door handle still intact. Now next up, we're gonna do the stripes, which we now have a little bit of experience with. The Hot Wheels logo is also in the corner too, but my goal is to try to keep the Fairlady logo right above the wheel well, right next to the side mirror. This one's gonna, there you go. All right, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but I'm trying to go in with and that's the good thing about using this chisel tip. With the chisel tip, you're gonna be able to go in with an exact angle, try to get most of this off. Now, I didn't get this in one go, but that's because my priority was making sure that the Fairlady logo stayed intact, and it looks like, yep, it looks like it's still there. So I'm gonna go in now with, well, I guess we'll start with the outside first, just to get this broad piece out of the way. All right. Applying down pressure, that way we're going away from the Fairlady logo. here you're gonna be able to see the Fairlady logo with just a little bit of the white stripe there. Now with a little bit more time, we'd be able to go in and just remove all of that. Right now I just wanna cover this door hinge area. You're gonna see here that there's some of the stripe that stayed within there. For that, again, we'll use the tip of the chisel, and we're gonna go ahead and just put some down motion to make sure that we get that stripe right there, and then just apply more motion. It looks like we got it all right there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now in the back, I mentioned here the logos, the other logos. What do we have here? Yoko, Salazar, some of these logos, they are all gonna go, and we're just gonna apply pressurized strokes, short, quick. Once I start going back and forth, you can start to hear the squeaking, so you can hear it doing its job. And a few more strokes, and we're gonna go ahead and start the wiping process. Hard and away. And just like that, the logos are gone too. So let me go ahead and work on the rest of the car just to see how good I can get it on my own, and then we'll be right back. All right, so as you can see here, it's gonna really become dependent on the type of paint that the car has, because I continued trying on the Lamborghini and it just would not work at all. But you can see here with the Fairlady, this type of coating or paint just was really helpful in getting the stripes front to back all gone, logos on the corner, the big giant 2 on the side, some more stripes, all gone. Pretty much 98% job, because you just have a little teensy bit of white right underneath the Fairlady logos there and there. But other than that, it's just it turned out really, really great. All right, well, since we have these cars here and this is a Hot Wheels video, let's go ahead and throw them on the track. Now here we're gonna have our first fail, the Lamborghini here with the messed up paint. This one I'm gonna have less hopes for it because it's got a very long nose, so it's definitely not gonna perform too well on that loop, but we'll see how it ends up afterwards. Try that again. All right, one last try. All right. So here we do see that the long nose did severely slow down the loop going into the first turn. So this turned out not to be a good car for the track. Now our next vehicle, our final vehicle, is going to be the Fairlady 2000. This one was also listed as best for track, so I can't wait to see how this one's going to perform. All right, everyone, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you also learned a few tips from how to remove those tampos from the cars. Now we'll take a look back again on what the cars looked like before the tampos. We got to take a look at the Nissan Fairlady 2000, where we had to remove the giant number 2 and the stripes on both the hood, the trunk, and the roof of the Datsun. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it right all the time. So here we have our Lamborghini Huracan that we attempted to remove the stripes from the roof and the hood, but unfortunately, it didn't turn out to our liking. All right, well, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below of your favorite casting that I got to work on today. And if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and please hit the thumbs up button. If you're looking forward to seeing any of my future videos, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when the next video comes out. Thanks, happy hunting.